Have you ever experienced a story that felt like it was crafted just for you? A story that spoke to you on a level that felt really personal. One that, regardless of any imperfections, felt like it was perfect for you. Maybe it reminded you of a moment, a feeling, or a memory that stayed with you. Or maybe you saw a piece of yourself in the characters. Or maybe you felt a level of escapism that was so surreal, far beyond what's called immersion. It didn't matter what other people thought about what your favorite show lacked or didn't do well. We could easily overlook those flaws because, well, it just didn't matter. We didn't care. They didn't have the same experience that you did. To us, it was perfect, even if, objectively speaking, perfection cannot exist. Recently, I had a chance to rewatch Your Name, a film that has left a permanent mark on me since the first time I saw it back in 2017. And even now, after all this time, it still moves me in ways that few stories ever have. It's a film that somehow blends the ordinary and the extraordinary, weaving together lives, dreams, and longing in a way that makes you feel like it's more than just a movie. Even though there are going to be people who roll their eyes to me saying it's a masterpiece, well, it just is. Of course I know the film isn't perfect by some objective standard. There's some unexplained plot holes, the character writing aren't the deepest, and there are moments that lean heavily into melodrama. But none of that really matters to me, because Your Name isn't about checking off boxes for what makes a flawless film. I felt it achieved everything it needed to, and there's so much I love about this film. Okay, this might sound counterintuitive, but when I get asked what's my favorite anime, I don't immediately choose Your Name. It's hard for me to pick a single anime since all-time favorites shift depending on the mood. However, Your Name along with a select other few titles always remain at the top of my list. But what is it about Your Name that has left such a lasting impression? At its core, Your Name is about lives intertwined by fate, two star-crossed lovers. It takes a familiar but strange combination of themes like love, destiny, time travel, long-distance relationships, and natural disaster, weaving them into a narrative that's both compelling and timeless. It's a film that resonated with me, blending so many elements together, going beyond the usual analysis of characters, animation, story, and soundtrack. Whatever plot holes the story may have, it didn't take away from my experience in the slightest. But I know not everyone will feel the same way about this film or share the same experience that I did. Art hits each of us differently. How far would you go to reach someone you feel destined to meet, even if the universe seems to keep you apart? We follow the story of Mitsuha and Taki, two teenagers from completely different parts of Japan who inexplicably start switching bodies, experiencing and learning about each other's lives. Taki is a high school Tokyo city boy, whereas Mitsuha grew up in the rural countryside of Japan. There's not much to do in the countryside, and she always dreamt of experiencing life in the big city. All of a sudden, through these unexplained swaps that happen every other day, they start to live each other's lives, growing closer in ways they couldn't have imagined, despite never actually meeting. Their connection builds as they leave notes guiding each other through their daily routines, discovering each other's quirks and secrets, and forming a unique bond across time and space. But then, just as they begin to feel inseparable, the body swapping suddenly stops. Confused and concerned, Taki tries to reach Mitsuha, only to learn on the news about an approaching comet that could impact her town. Desperate to warn her, he sets off to find her hometown, hoping to prevent a tragedy and uncover the mystery behind their connection. But time is running out. The story is a bit more convoluted than that, but this is the best I can do to explain the story while keeping it spoiler-free. What makes Your Name so captivating is its seamless blend of themes that intertwine love, destiny, time travel, long-distance relationships, and impending disaster. Two people inexplicably bound across time and space, yearning for connection despite invisible barriers. The film explores how fragile life can be, and a looming comet serving as both a literal and a symbolic reminder of how fleeting these connections can be. Together, these themes weave a narrative that compels us to cherish the moments and people that matter most. One of the most remarkable aspects of Your Name is how each frame feels like a potential high-quality wallpaper, capturing the beauty of bustling cityscapes, serene landscapes, or even fantastical comets splitting apart. Even the most ordinary of scenes look stunning. Then there's the soundtrack, and it's an unforgettable experience to this day. It elevates the visuals, creating a feeling that indefinitely sticks with you. But despite all the praise I give it, there's not going to be a single piece of work that would appeal to absolutely everybody. Yet we often act like a good review is one that dissects a piece of media down to objective standards. It's unsurprising that critics focus solely on story structure, character depth, or whatever blueprint they're using to determine if a piece of media is good or not. While there are principles in storytelling that help guide establishing the quality of a work, they're just that, a guide, not a rule, as if there's only one specific formula that makes something great. If a story has flaws, does it make it any less meaningful? Well, each anime has its own unique feeling and conveys a certain message to the audience. Part of that charm is how it's able to impress you despite the flaws it may have. Oftentimes, the reason why a certain media can be a masterpiece is the existence of its flaws. If, hypothetically speaking, there was an undeniably perfect anime, movie, or video game that we all can agree on, what's the baseline? How can we possibly appreciate a masterpiece if there's no room for faults? There isn't a single method that defines a great anime or media, but rather a shared foundation, passion and desire to connect with the audience. At its core, anime is an art form, a medium for creators to communicate something to their audience, whether it's an idea, a feeling, or anything. Sometimes creators choose to emphasize a particular aspect of their story, prioritizing it over other elements. This can lead to noticeable flaws in other areas. However, this focus often allows a specific theme or feeling to resonate deeply with the audience. If a creator were to smooth out every imperfection, the show might feel too mundane, lacking the unique impact that comes from truly leaning into a particular feeling or idea. In the end, stories like Your Name are rarely about perfect characters or flawless plots. They're about capturing emotions, moments, and experiences that resonate with us. There's something beautiful in a story that doesn't try to smooth out every edge or polish every frame. We sometimes fall into the trap of thinking perfect can be measured by some objective standard. But what makes art so powerful is that it is subjective. Some flaws are necessary to contrast what makes a masterpiece. It's not about ticking off boxes for perfect writing or flawless animation. It's about how it's meant to evoke a certain emotion and convey a certain message to us. Basically, what I'm trying to say through all this long-winded talk is, I rewatched Your Name the other day and I felt like it was an anime crafted for me. Maybe you've already found it or you're still trying to find one, but I am sure there is an anime crafted for you.
運命だとか未来とかって言葉がどう